What's up, everybody? It's Bear with BearIndependent.com. I got this cool shirt from a guy who came to one of our trainings in North Texas. That's not what we're here to talk about today, though. We are making planting soil, garden soil, and we're doing that with our compost by combining compost, a little bit of wood chips, and Aspens, the compost, and peat moss. And so I just wanted to shoot a quick video, show you what we're doing, how we're doing it. You can do this volumetrically with a wheelbarrow, with the bucket of your skid steer, with the bucket of your tractor, with a shovel, however you want to do it. But volumetrically means the volumes stay the same. And so I'm using 2 buckets of our compost to 7 bales of peat moss to 1/3 of a bucket of wood chips, and then blending it all together. And that's our recipe. So I'll spin this around and show you what we're starting with and what we're finishing with. So stand by. So this might not look like much, but for Oklahoma, where we are in eastern Oklahoma, this is gold. And this is our compost that we've been making over the last year from the sheep pen, the chickens, the goats, the cows, all of that. And so this, it looks so much better off of camera than it does on, but this has gone from hard red clay to this, and that's absolutely awesome. Then we're combining that with peat moss, which we've got bales of from the garden center. You see peat moss right there. And I'm gonna use, oh, toddler patrol. Did you get it? Good job. I'm gonna use the bucket of the skid steer to blend all this together into a nice potting mix. Because we did Back to Eden last year, and it had subpar results for us. And we did regular garden before that, tilled garden, and it worked, but it didn't work as well as we wanted it to. And so this year we've got silage tarps over our garden area, and while it rests for a season, we're going to container plant. I'll show you the containers in another video, but right now we're making the soil. So let me show you how we do that. We're making soil?
Yeah.
Did you find any worms this morning?
No. Actually, yeah, I found 3, but 2 big for me to keep.
Oh.
So I only kept 1.
Oh, okay.
Mom said I could keep it for a while.
Hey, Sam. Hi, battle dog. All right, we'll make some compost. It's as simple as that. And now, this is our potting soil. then what that peat moss does is lighten it up so it's a little bit more airy. I've got some more mixing to do on this pile, but we've got about six yards and a potato.
I think it's one I just threw out there.
And a potato. So that's it. Volumetric mixing. So yeah, you can do this with whatever you got. But our compost is still a little heavy, although like I said, it's just absolutely beautiful compared to the red, dead soil that we typically have around here. So yeah, we got a hen trying to lay me breakfast over here.
Her name's Hoppity.
Hoppity Hop? Oh, that's an old one leg?
Yeah.
Copy. So anyway, we take our compost, we mix it with a little bit of wood chips. The wood chips help aerate it, almost like vermiculite. A lot of wood chips would be a problem because as they decompose, they would rob the soil of nitrogen. We don't have a lot of wood chips in here. So it's essentially a filler. It helps it hold moisture. Same thing with the peat moss. It just lightens it up, aerates it, makes a better medium to plant in. And we've got all those nutrients from our compost, from our sheep manure, from the hay and the straw that they eat and that they sleep in, from our chickens and our chicken coops, from our cows with all their cow patties, from the goats, egg shells, kitchen scraps, the leftovers from the garden at the end of the season, you know, all your stalks and plants and all that, all goes into the compost pile. And I get the question a lot, Bear, how, you know, I'm not out here in a rural area, what do I do? Well, if you have the ability to do some chickens, raised beds, and compost, you've now got the beginnings of a very nice, tight permaculture circle. Your chickens will lay eggs, and as they lay eggs, their bedding, they will turn their bedding, high carbon bedding like wood chips or straw. Wood chips decompose the fastest. Newspaper clippings, lawn and leaf litter, like in the fall in the city when everybody's putting out those brown bags full of leaves, I would go take them myself, throw them in the back of my pickup and take them home and compost them or give them to my chickens. They make nice, good black dirt in the chicken run. So you're getting eggs and you're getting that black dirt. You compost that along with all your stuff, your kitchen scraps, your garden scraps, the whole nine. And then you use that in your raised beds, just like I'm doing here. You use that in your raised beds, and then your raised beds grow food for you and perhaps for the chickens, and they go in a nice tight circle. Would you find a clutch of eggs? I saw a look on my wife's face over here from Hoppity. This is real life, people. Can't make this up. I'll spin this around and show you.
Little mouse just ran over there.
Stand by. And a clutch of eggs. Such is life on the homestead.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Uh-huh.
Breakfast time.
This is what happens when you free-range chickens. We don't celebrate Easter, but every day is an Easter egg hunt.
Every day is an Easter egg hunt. Time to make the compost.
No wonder she's so adamant.
Volumetric mixing. You can do it too. Highly recommended. This is how we're doing our garden soil this year. Let me know down in the comments what you're doing for garden soil, or have you ever tried volumetric mixing and what ratio do you use? By the way, I learned volumetric mixing making specialty concretes in the power industry for wind turbines and highline. So it's all applicable. Life is a university. What semester are you in? Bless y'all, Bear Nation. Shalom.